Hello everyone, today I'd like to talk to you about my latest purchase again. This is Joop Homme, the Eau de Parfum. Now, Joop Homme, the Eau de Toilette this time, which is Michel Almayrac's fragrance from the late 80s, early 90s. That was a fragrance I used to love back in the day, but I never had it. That was a fragrance I was very curious as to what made that fragrance so special. I mean, it was crazy, the eau de toilette. It was so intense, it was obnoxious. I don't know if I could have worn it. I mean, I don't know if it was for me, but I definitely found it interesting to smell. And this is why I went with the eau de parfum and not with the eau de toilette, because normally I would have gone with the eau de toilette, just to remind myself of that gorgeous scent. But I really wanted to try this one out because I've seen this, and this was also recommended to me by a friend, and I wanted to see what the fuss was all about. This is a newer launch. This smells fantastic, by the way. This is a newer launch. This is 2021. It was done by, let me tell you, Maya Lernout. I'm hoping I pronounced that okay-ish. There are definitely hints in this of the older eau de toilette, but I think it's also a beast of its own. It's definitely part of that category of fragrances I spoke about a few months ago. Those on ambers, those weird ambery orange blossoms from the early 2000s and early 90s. Minotaur, Roma Uomo, definitely Dreamer by Versace, definitely Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male, definitely. And this reminds me, I have to say this, if you haven't smelled the new Gucci Pour Homme elixir, because everybody's doing an elixir now, that one is very good as well. So do watch out for that. I will have to get myself a bottle because I loved it. But that fragrance isn't so far away from this one, that being also an orange blossom type of scent. So again, we have a honeyed, ambery orange blossom that's strangely fresh. However, the freshness with this one comes with a bit of an asterisk. I think this is the least fresh among all the category of scents I've mentioned. This is a bit demanding. However, it is quite beautiful. It is smoky tobacco. If I'm reading this right, it's smoky tobacco. It kind of reminds me of the L'Homme line, so it's definitely more modern than the good old Joop. But it's definitely powdery and nutty. There's so much tonka in this, and there's this boozy element that I like. Not all that much vanilla, but this is, it's such a simple guilty pleasure. I had to get this. I missed Joop so much. I mean, the idea. This is that type of bombastic, non-apologetic, huge type of scent. I mean, I think the Eau de Parfum feels a lot more subdued than the Eau de Toilette, because that one was just... I haven't smelled the new version. I only am imagining the early 2000s variant. But that one was crazy powerful. This one is beautiful as well, but it does remind me of a cross between Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male, the old Joop, and some fresh new L'Homme type of scent, which we have so many of those. So it's nothing to write home about. It's nothing, original or terribly interesting, but I think it smells great. I think it works. I think it's a beautiful scent, and it's definitely something worth the attention. I have to say, this was very, very cheap. This is a 125 milliliter bottle, and I paid less than 40 euros for this. The scent seems to be quite strong, quite intensive. This is going to be my scent of the day. Why not? And let me tell you, it is strong. This one is strong. And it does remind me of the... Yes, on the skin, it's definitely on par with the older Eau de Toilette Joop. It's definitely got some parts from the Dreamer as well as some strange parts from Yves Saint Laurent's Opium. Yes, guess who's back? Guess who's back? It's got something from Opium's Yves Saint Laurent's Opium as well. But the orange blossom, I think, makes it the most interesting. The orange blossom, the powdery heliotrope, and the tonka bean, it's quite a simple scent, but this is terribly heavy and complex. I mean, I can feel it already choking me. This is definitely not for the faint-hearted, but it's something to explore. So the Eau de Parfum, interesting. Very, very interesting. I think this is still in production. I mean, it's fairly new. I don't think it's in any danger of disappearing. And I have heard that they also launched, well, of course they did, a parfum version for this. Joop Le Parfum, I think, which I haven't smelled. This was launched 2 years ago, and I'm suspecting something even more gourmand. This is not gourmand, by the way. As much as the composition is definitely heavy on the ambers, this is not, thankfully, gourmand. So it's still something that's very, very wearable. Now, I don't know about Le Parfum. I'll have to search for that if I can smell it somewhere, because I'm not going to buy another Joop for another 20 years. I'm all Jooped out. So this was my review or first impressions of Joop Homme, the Eau de Parfum. If you've got any other questions, let me know. And until next time, remember, fragrance creates memories, and may yours be happy.